Officially live.
Do it live.
There we go. Did yours?
So live?
Did
Let
it
me
freeze?
go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we're live.
Live?
Oh,
Alright.
there it is.
Let me go to your channel.
I should have had a moving image.
Because you haven't gone live for me yet.
I can hear my computer just like in me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're live. Yeah, okay. Yep, I see you. Alright.
Hi.
Hi.
It doesn't look bad.
No, it actually
But
looks
I
pretty
actually
good.
didn't mention this, but like the program I use to edit the overlay, PicMonkey, they don't allow you to export images without using a free trial or downloading a membership, but you can edit on it. So what I did is I just edited on it, put it on my second screen, then I took a screen cap of it.
Nice.
Bypassed it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I woke up today, and
You
I
woke
did
up today?
something. Yeah, shockingly, disappointingly. I did something that like I've done twice now, where I somehow in my sleep scratched the ever living fuck out of my eye. And it takes like a fucking half hour. I woke up and for like a half hour, I literally like it hurt every time I blink. And it's fine now. I feel fine, but every once in a while I'll blink, and it like literally feels like you're getting poked in the eye. Every time it feels like something is in your eye, and it fucking hurts. Oh god.
You said that this happens in your sleep?
Yeah, it's happened twice now.
When was the last time?
Last time was, God, probably early this year. It happened and it scared the fuck out of me. And my parents looked at it and I had I've scratched my eyelid. Like, inside of it. And it fucking hurt. And it happened this time. And my eye's been randomly watering up. Like, a shit load. So I've been wanting to talk about the PlayStation Classic ever since I saw the game list about it. Because it is really disappointing looking.
Yes, it is very.
I should probably preface with I never played. I played a little bit of PlayStation 1, but I was mostly a PlayStation 2 person more than anything. But it's like a lot of those games, like when you make something like this, you're directly trying to compete with Nintendo when you make something like this. So you have to you have to match them in terms of quality of what you're putting on the console. And it's like they have like 7 notable games. I can tell you what like 7 notable games are. Like, thank you for the host. Let me SRT friend. Like,
who is it?
I'm Kevin.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Another friend. I'm posting the stream on my Instagram, by the way. So if you see me looking down, that's why.
But like, I think there's like 10 notable games at the most. I could tell you about 10 of them, like reasonably. Like I could tell you what like 10 of them are. Like I know what Final Fantasy 7 is, Grand Theft Auto 1, Metal Gear Solid, Tekken, Twisted Metal, Oddworld, Rayman, Resident Evil, Rainbow Six. Those are probably the only ones I could tell you. I know my friend Chris pointed out Siphon Filter, and I had no idea what the fuck that game was.
What was it called?
Siphon Filter? It's number 18 on the thing. Thanks for the follow.
Siphon Filter. Let me actually, because I haven't seen much of it. I guess it looks like a shooting game.
It really is like shocking that this is the game list. Like that's the first impression of a classic console you're giving out. I would also like to point out the funny thing about Grand Theft Auto being on it is Grand Theft Auto 1, which is solely there because of name value. I'm willing to bet that they put it up there hoping that no one knows what Grand Theft Auto 1 was like. Grand Theft Auto was not a 3D game until the PlayStation 2. Grand Theft Auto 1, it was free on Rockstar's website for like years, up until like a year and a half ago. That was a free download through Rockstar. Not even through like a secondary thing. I think you could still go play an online version of it right now if you go to Rockstar's website, which is great.
I think you can. And like, no, the thing is that they included games like, what is it? Battle Arena Toshinden, which was like, I know you've never seen it, but it's like. It's basically a tech demo of what a fighting game can do on the PS1 at the time. So they do that, but they don't add any Castlevania games, which their most popular Castlevania game was on the PS1.
They shot themselves in the foot by releasing the Crash Insane trilogy and the Spyro Reignited trilogy. That really, I think, ruined this. I think that ruined it the most. Is because now you don't want to take away sales from that game. But Crash Team Racing was a PlayStation 1 game. You can have Crash Team Racing. That was very popular.
Yeah. They could have added Tomb Raider.
Oh, it's Tomb Raider? Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider. There's a instead of there's a puzzle game that with Street Fighter characters that they added for no reason. Why didn't they just add a Street Fighter game?
Yeah, I was wondering if Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo was a Street Fighter thing, kind of like Eggman, like whatever that Eggman game was.
Mean Bean Machine.
Great name. But it really, like, I mean, you probably could have added a Crash game, because I don't think people are buying the new Crash game. Like, I think the selling point is that it looks really good, and they're all in there together. So I think you probably could have added Crash 3, or Crash 1, and been perfectly okay. And honestly, I think the best course of action, just don't make a PlayStation classic. Make a PlayStation 2 classic. I mean...
Yeah, but I don't think they would do a PlayStation 2 classic until Nintendo does a GameCube classic. And I don't think they're going to do a GameCube classic for... I'll say at minimum, at least 3 more years before they do a GameCube classic.
3 more years? It really is, like, if you think about PlayStation 1, and it might be also affecting me not playing it at all, but it's like, what do you have on there? Like, what reasonably do you have that they left out other than, like, Tomb Raider and Crash Team Racing that makes sense? I mean...
sorry.
No, if the Legacy Collection wasn't a thing, you probably could have put one of the X games, Mega Man X games on there. It would have looked odd. It would have looked really odd being, like, X7 on its own, or X6 on its own. Which, that's actually an issue I have with the Nintendo Classic ones. Like, I'll say I've never been a fan of these classic consoles. I've never had any... I never thought of any upside to these consoles other than that they look cute on a shelf. So, like, I'm not the best salesperson for these things. But it really is, like, kind of like a disappointing list. Aleno said it was okay at best. I think it's a little above okay. I think at worst it's not great. I think at worst it's a 4 out of 10. I think you do get carried by the fact that you have Final Fantasy 7 and Metal Gear Solid on it. I think that would
Hey, they have Persona 1.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, Revelations Persona.
Is that? Oh, I thought, like, I saw Persona. I'm like, no, that's not the subtitle Persona has. Oh, not subtitle. That's not the title Persona has.
Yeah, that was the first Persona game that they had.
Thank you for the follow. Like, like, I didn't know that at all. It's like, especially when you compare it to, like, the NES Classic, which, if you look at the NES Classic, you reasonably have probably 30 of the top 35 NES games of all time. I mean, they hit the mark on every game on the NES Classic.
What does the NES Classic have, actually?
If you scroll that, Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble. I mean, even past NES games, they have, like, really good arcade games on there. They have Mega Man, Galaga, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Dr. Mario.
They had 2 Castlevania games, and PlayStation Classic didn't even get the best one.
I do think with these classic consoles that... and this is, like, the one complaint I can make past other than I think these classic consoles are not... I don't want to say not useful, but not practical, in my opinion. I think the biggest complaint I can make is if you're going to have one game in a series that has all the games be popular, put every game in the series. If you're going to have Mega Man 2, put Mega Man 1 and 3 in there. Like, you don't need to have every Mega Man. That's a little ridiculous, like 6 of them.
Yeah.
But put at least 3. And it's also like, with the SNES Classic, if you're going to have Donkey Kong Country, have all 3 Donkey Kong Countries.
I agree with that. one. There's some that, like, it's not required. There's some that like, if you just put the best one in, I think that's fine. But, like, Donkey Kong Country, all of the Donkey Kong Country games were, like, really important to the SNES.
Yeah, they were all really notable.
And oh man, the thing is, like, both of the like libraries for the NES and SNES just kick the PlayStation Classic's ass, like bad.
And it's $100. The SNES Classic is $80, and the NES Classic I think is $60. Still, I think the most marketable thing that they'll have for it is actually having it in stock. I think having this console in stock will help you kind of beat Nintendo in it. But I mean,
I don't know. Also, I mean, but the SNES Classic is still in stock right now. Like, it's still getting restocks, and it comes with 2 controllers.
Yeah, I wonder what the cutoff line though was. I wonder at what point did they think, okay, we should stop adding games to this console?
I don't know, but the PlayStation Classic doesn't even come with an AC adapter.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
You can't even use it. You need to buy an AC adapter, or you need to have an AC adapter already in order to use it.
That's like really not good.
And it's $100.
It's yeah. I mean, it's $100. You're spending more for a worse game library, and it really does like. I hate to say it because it probably wasn't like this, but it really does look like a cash grab. It really does look like something they looked at and it's like, we could pump this out easily, and it worked for Nintendo. Let's make extra money off of it.
Yeah.
And
I know. Like, oh, go ahead.
At this point, if you do this, you now have the excuse to say, like, we don't need to remake any of these games. Because we have the PlayStation Classic. You get yourself out of, like, the comments like, oh, remaster Metal Gear Solid or something. Or any game on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you no longer have any reason to remaster any game on this list. You now have an excuse to get out of the fan comments of, remaster this, please.
Yeah.
It's not sad. Because it's not sad. Like, but it is extremely disappointing. Like, to see.
Who asked for the original Tom Clancy?
I don't know. I mean, it's very, like, a lot of these games, I guess you could consider of, like, they're trying to sell this by hoping people don't know what the first games in a game series is. Like, I mean, I'm willing to bet if most people see Grand Theft Auto, like, they're not going to think of it as, like, being a top-down 2D game with no purpose.
Yeah, they're like, Grand Theft Auto? Oh, man.
I don't think Grand Theft Auto 1, even to this day, is like a cult classic or anything notable. I don't think it was popular when it first came out. I think they solely put that on there as like, let's hope no one Googles this.
Yeah, the first Grand Theft Auto game that became like actually popular was San Andreas. Yeah. The others were like, they were mediocre. They were mediocre at best, and they didn't sell that well. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, like Rockstar almost went bankrupt at one point until San Andreas like actually did good. They
do get a pass though, because there wasn't a 3D Grand Theft Auto game until Grand Theft Auto 3, and that was a PlayStation 2 game. So they do get a pass of like, not like they had a choice to actually put a real Grand Theft Auto game on there. They didn't. They had to go with that. But I don't think anyone's like getting this like, man, I can't wait to play Grand Theft Auto before it was a story-based game. I don't think it's not selling this console. If it does help sell this console, it's solely because people have no idea what the first Grand Theft Auto was like. I mean,
I also think it was a mistake that they didn't use a DualShock controller.
With the thumbsticks?
Yeah, because the first controller that they have was just, I forgot what it was called, but it wasn't called DualShock. The DualShock was the first one with the thumbstick, with the joystick.
Single spark?
And like,
that was a dumb joke.
They didn't go with the DualShock, which is a little weird, because if they would have gone with the DualShock, they could have made a lot more games. Like they only have the first Metal Gear Solid. They could have added the second one. I don't know. It's just Final Fantasy. Okay, out of the list, Final Fantasy 7, Metal Gear Solid. That's 2. Tekken 3.
Twisted Metal. If you talk about games people would buy this for, and like good games like on this list, like that people really like and are really popular, it would probably be what you named so far. Twisted Metal has a huge following. Oddworld had a huge following. Rayman has huge following. Oddworld.
Oddworld. Oh yeah.
That has a huge following. Rayman, Resident Evil 1. I don't know how notable Resident Evil 1 is.
It's actually not. Excuse me. It's actually not as popular as most people think. Resident Evil 2 is the one that a lot of people bust them up for.
Rainbow Six is an extremely popular franchise. I
It
don't know
is,
if it's
but
like notable, like the first one.
the first one was bad.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Like, I mean, you could look at about half of these games and be like, yeah, they're selling this off of what the namesake is alone.
Yeah, because the first Rayman was also bad. It was super hard to a point that people said that it was bad.
Should have added Bubsy. Bubsy 3D. I'm pretty sure that was a... What?
They should have added what?
Bubsy 3D. Pretty sure that was a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
I'm almost confident it was. That would have been a good game. That like, there was one game like, didn't they have more than one Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1?
Yeah, they had Resident Evil 1 and 2.
It's like same point. It's like if you're gonna add one, add them all. I mean, it's like I guess this has less of an excuse for that because like with the SNES Mini and the NES Mini, the hackers found a way to add more games to it. So it's not like they were limited. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it was a limitation issue. I think it was an issue of like, we should just stop now. I mean,
I think it was a licensing issue, because Sony has to pay these companies to get the game on the system, and I think it was rushed. I think they thought about this in like during. I think they thought about this during E3, and they're like, okay, the SNES is doing super well. They were the #1 sold console of I think the one that they restocked. They were the #1 sold console. Like they beat the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
Crazy.
Maybe we can do it if we put this out at the holiday season. So I think they just went to every company and got the easiest game that they could get, and they're gonna sell it based off of PlayStation brand.
Yeah. Because Nintendo has an easier time because they own most of this. I would imagine the hardest one they had to get was probably Donkey Kong Country from Rare.
Yeah.
But I think Rare is more willing to give Nintendo things at this point.
Yeah, Nintendo overall just has a lot easier time licensing because, like you said, most of the games that they use are based off of their properties.
Also, NES just is going to have much more notable games than, like, the PlayStation one. I mean, and it's not like PlayStation may have the better, like, singular notable games, but NES just has more notable ones. I mean, Bubble Bobble is a really good cooperative game. Castlevania, Dr. Mario is a great puzzle game. I don't think Tetris is on here. Tetris probably would have been good to add. Odd. Yeah, Tetris probably is the only one missing, but they have Dr. Mario, Galaga if you like arcade games, the original Mario Bros. If you like other arcade games, Kid Icarus.
Yeah.
Kirby, for fuck's sake. I didn't even know. I forgot Kirby had an NES game. Punch Out is fantastic. If you have played Punch Out. Pac-Man, another great arcade game. Super Contra.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden if you want difficult games. Metroid. They have a Mega Man game. I think the most popular Mega Man NES game, unless free, was more popular.
It is the most popular. Yeah, Punch Out.
All of the Mario games, which is exactly what they should have done. I think that should be the series. Like, if there's multiple games in a series, that should be what it is. If there's more than 3, put the first 3. If there's put all of them. Tecmo Bowl, which is a football game.
Yeah.
And both Zelda games. I think the Adventure of Link is a little less notable, but
it is less notable, but they still included it.
Yeah, it's still included in the series. SNES has probably, I think SNES has the better library. I think there's more diversity with Earthbound being on there, Super Metroid.
Oh yeah.
Anything to do with Mario is on there. I'm pretty sure they didn't miss anything to do with Mario except Mario's missing, which is a very big disappointment. From the point.
No.
To jump off topic real quick, because I think you talked about this. I kind of moved past it. If you've never gone to Rockstar.com or RockstarGames.com and gone to the game section and scroll through it, it's the funniest fucking thing you will ever look at on a webpage. Because it's literally like, it's rows of 4, and then it's like GTA, Manhunt, Bully, Table Tennis.
Table tennis?
Table tennis. It's fucking fantastic. Rockstar Presents Table Tennis is like literally the row below Manhunt. And it's fucking hilarious. There was... Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about with the NES Classic was, do you think it's not worth getting anymore because Switch Online is a thing? Do you think at this point the NES Classic could be considered almost worthless to an extent?
To an extent, if you're to an extent, because a lot of the people that buy the classic systems buy it because of nostalgia. Mm-hmm. So if you're buying it purely to play the games, then Switch Online devalues it. But if you're buying it because you want it as a decoration, because you feel nostalgic, you think it's a cool piece like of a collector's item, mm-hmm. then no, it doesn't devalue it at all.
I've kind of put aside my feelings for the classic games. I don't talk about how I feel about classic games a lot because it is kind of like it's a sort of attitude that's not, I guess, really liked in communities. But like I really don't like the classic consoles. I think they are very, very cute decoration pieces, but I don't think they offer me anything that a emulator couldn't. And I know that sounds fucked up, but it's like I think the N64 Mini, if it came out, would offer me more than Project 64 will. And I will 100% get it if it has any of the Mario Party games on there, because I would love to play those with my family.
That is an excellent segue, because I actually wanted to talk about the N64 Classic and any predictions that we had.
It's not going to be announced this year. There's no place for Nintendo. I'm saying there's no place for Nintendo to announce it, but Nintendo announces shit just randomly on the whim. They just throw shit out there. I mean, for all we know, the N64 Mini could be bundled with a GameCube Mini for $40, and it might end up only being a tweet. I mean, knowing Nintendo. I mean, they might just tweet about it once. Unlike Nintendo of Asia. I mean, that's fucking stupid. Nintendo of Japan. In Japanese. Like...
Yeah, no, I think they wanted to do it this year, but I think they're having trouble licensing. Because of Rare and Microsoft.
Yeah,
I think they're having trouble licensing that, and I think they're having trouble licensing 007. GoldenEye.
I mean, were the SNES controllers and NES controllers for the classic consoles like real size? Were they full scale, or they miniaturized a little bit?
The controllers?
Yeah, for the classic consoles already.
They're regular size.
Yeah, the regular size. So that's like a big jump from going from a SNES controller size to full size N64 controller.
Dude, the N64 Classic is going to be smaller than the N64 controller.
Yeah, that's. I mean, God help if they ever make a Dreamcast Classic, and the console's like half the size of the controller. N64 has so much potential to be like a really, really good classic console. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the SNES and the NES Mini both have only 2 controller ports, and I feel like if you do an N64, you need all 4, because that console is the party console.
Yeah, no, I'm almost positive that they'll do 4, because they're gonna include Mario Party, and as much as I want them to include Mario Party 3, it's gonna be Mario Party 2, because that's the most popular.
I want to play Mario Party 2 so bad because I love the costumes. I'm so fucking stupid. But I want the costumes. Like the pictures of them, they all look so fucking oblivious. Like DK doesn't know how he got there. It's amazing. He's in a cowboy outfit. He's like Merlin in one of the pictures on steroids.
I know the costumes are funny, but I just think Mario Party 3 is the better game.
Yeah, I want to play more of it.
And they're gonna do that. They're gonna include Mario 64, obviously. They better include Buck Bumble. If they don't include Buck Bumble, I'm not buying it.
I feel like if you do it in 64, you need DK64. You need, if not DK64, you need the fucking song to be played 24/7.
They're gonna put DK64. They're gonna put Star Fox 64. What else are you put? Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, Mario Kart 64.
Lots of Mario. Lots of Mario.
Yeah.
Super Mario RPG.
That's a SNES game.
Oh, wait, no, that's not my bad.
It looks like an N64 game.
Yeah, that's actually impressive.
It's like 2.5D.
Yeah, it's actually impressive. My bad.
There was a Rayman game on N64, wasn't there? Was there a Rayman game?
Yeah. Let me actually look that up.
Pilot 64. That's cool.
Yes.
Pilot.
That was one of the launch ones. Rayman 2 was... Wait. Just kidding. Rayman 2 was PlayStation.
Get fucked.
Wait, never mind. Just kidding. I lied. Rayman 2 is also N64.
Yeah, I remember a cover. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with the N64 Classic. It will probably be selling really well off of the fact that there's party games, unless they make unless it's only 2 controller ports and they have an extension that you need to buy along with it, which does make a lot of sense. And I really hope it's not like that. An interesting thing is, I know it's one way, I can't forget which way, but like the N64 controller ports and the GameCube's controller ports, I believe, are the same size, like same shape and stuff. I believe the N64 works on GameCube.
No, wait.
One of them works, but I know that they're the same shape.
They're the same shape, but no, the N64 ports are huge. N64 ports are actually like huge. Like I remember them, like they were like this, and then the
size of a quarter. Would have got the idea.
Oh yeah, and then the GameCube was like
down.
No, nothing in
there. No, GameCube's not like that. I have a GameCube like over there. I can grab a GameCube and show you. It's
I have a controller in. Hold on.
Hello, chat. It's just me now.
I got my controller.
Oh god.
It's actually hold on. It's a new controller. Look how tiny it is.
Yeah, but that's not what the size is. Like we don't know the size of like you're taking like controller plug and comparing it to the port of another console. Again, I could get a size idea off of that. I mean, doesn't matter. N64 Classic would be good. Can you tell me about what the fuck the Spider-Man DLC is all about? I didn't know they were even coming out with DLC, let alone having one out already and having I think 2 more planned.
Yeah. So it has a season pass. The first pack just came out. It's $20. Yeah, I bought it. It was $20. No, 25. It was 25. First pack, each DLC pack adds a small storyline and a few side quests. So the first one's Black Cat, and we don't know the other 2. I haven't played the Black Cat one yet because I let my cousin borrow.
Is that going to be a pattern where Spider-Man meets someone who wasn't in the game originally and works with them or like interacts with them?
Black Cat is in the game.
Oh, in the default game?
Yeah.
Is she just like there for a little bit, or is she actually anyone notable?
You never see her, but there's like specific side quests that you have to do that involve her leaving stuff around the world, and you have to find that said stuff. Those are just mini quests, and after each one that you collect, each one you find it, there's a little voice message that she leaves for you.
Yeah. Good for Spider-Man. I think this is the first game in a very, very, very long time that wasn't tied into a movie or made because of a movie.
Yes, and it is a very, very, very good one.
Probably, I think the last time Spider-Man had a game that wasn't because of a movie, like that wasn't because of a movie, was probably like 2004 or something, or 2006.
No, it was. I think it was 2009.
Was the PlayStation 3 game?
Yeah, because it was called Web of Shadows or something like that.
Yeah. Good for Spider-Man. It's doing well. Right, yeah, I'm happy for it.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good, and it's made by Insomniac, which are amazing developers.
Yeah, made Ratchet & Clank. I wanted that game solely because of that until I saw its combat in a trailer, and it reminded me of Arkham Asylum, and I'm not a fan of that combat. I think it looks really, really like dull. In a way, the combat I hate the most is like the ones where you can't tell if you're doing damage or not. I like the health bar-less combat, and the best way I can put it is Monster Hunter type combat.
Okay.
Where you can't actually tell if you're doing anything, because then that makes me feel like I'm not doing anything. I mean,
no, yeah, Spider-Man you can tell when you're doing that.
So I would imagine. I'd imagine you're just fucking giddy to talk about Deltarune and Smash. And you're just waiting. But I want to talk about Borderlands first.
Yeah, we'll talk about Borderlands. Wait, hold on, let's see. There's Borderlands.
Do you want me to remove the stuff we talked about off the dock?
Sure. Let's save Nintendo stuff for last, like Smash and the investors meeting. Let's save that for last, because I think that's the one that I'm gonna spend the most time talking about.
I don't know if you know what's been happening with Borderlands.
So I'll start deleting.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you know what's happening in Borderlands. I talked a little bit about it.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. But I don't know if you fully understand what's happening with Borderlands and what it means.
Wait, my internet like crashed for a tiny bit. Can you check if my webcam froze?
No, I can see it. It's all in OBS. You're fine.
I'm good? All right.
All
right. Just making sure, because, yeah.
I don't know if you fully know the full story of what's happening with Borderlands lately, but it's very exciting. So to catch everyone up to detail, Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. And it was announced in 2011. It was late 2011 when it actually got a title, and you got a first sneak preview of it, like a very tiny snippet, I believe it was. So it's reasonable to understand that Borderlands 2 was in development since probably like early 2011. That seems a little reasonable considering, like, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half, like a half a year before that, maybe mid 2010 since it was in development. But the way Randy Pitchford talked about Borderlands 2 when it like was first a thing back in like early to mid 2010, the way he was talking about it was like it seems like a no-brainer and that makes sense, but they don't know, which a very Randy Pitchford thing would be to say that while it's already halfway through development. So Borderlands 2 came out 2012. 2 years later, the pre-sequel came out, and it was kind of like a lack of content issue. But that was in development for as long as Borderlands 2 probably was. Probably like a year and a half, 2 years maybe at the most. 2 years after that, in middle of 2016, Battleborn came out of beta, I believe, and it got its full release. And they said that once Battleborn ceases development, Borderlands 3 is the thing that they're working on. So it's been around roughly the same amount of time of development as they probably gave pre-sequel and Borderlands. Since Battleborn ceased development back in October of 2016. So it's been roughly the same amount of time as they gave Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel to develop. And it's very close. There was a Walmart leak where I believe everything was... every leak on that leak was correct except for Borderlands. Except for Borderlands. I believe that was the only one on the leak that didn't actually happen. And I think it's common. I think everyone's in common agreement, mostly because they haven't said anything about it, other than that it won't be at E3, that they pulled it last second.
Yeah, they did.
So, what happened a couple months ago is, for the first time in 3 years, since 2015, Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel got updates, and they got a lot of updates, and they got a lot of reasonable sized updates. But the biggest thing is pre-sequel and Borderlands 2 got a very, very large encrypted DLC that had been localized for every language. It was encrypted and it was localized. A couple months after that, randomly, the Handsome Collection showed up on Steam. It just randomly showed up on Steam. It wasn't an entirely new thing, it was a bundle, but it was called the Handsome Collection. And there's already a ton of Borderlands 2 bundles.
It's what they have in the PS4 and Xbox One, right?
Yeah. But the thing is the Handsome Collection since 2015, or since 2016, I believe, has always been console exclusive and has never been on Steam. Up until 2 months ago, randomly. And they didn't make an announcement about it. It's a bundle, and it's a very cheap and good price bundle. And it's specifically called it, but it doesn't update the games at all. So, the encrypted DLC and all the updates are way too big to be heads and skins. And way too big to be anything else other than an update. And some people said, oh, it's Borderlands 2 VR. Borderlands 2 VR has already been confirmed as a PlayStation exclusive for now. It's not coming to PC for now. So, there's a chance that they're still updating it to see if it is a possibility to bring it to PC. Or some sort of crossplay thing. But it's still really large for that to be it. And for them to update the game and test it under that. All we know at the moment is that earlier this year, they released a picture of an old Battleborn Easter egg that was found back in the middle of 2016 that was related to Borderlands. It was it was Morse code, I believe, in one of the updated maps for Battleborn. They posted a picture of that earlier this year. They randomly posted a bunch of odd tweets, and then went back to normal of cosplay and skeleton keys. There's random jump and tweets. And also there's a DLC that's currently in testing. They're currently testing it, and it's been localized for every language for both games. Which brings us to now. In my opinion, the earliest Borderlands 3 will get announced is the Game Awards on December 7th. December 6th.
That's the earliest.
I think that's the earliest reasonable point that it'll be announced. If you skipped E3 and you didn't announce it at E3, not even like a logo or like a hey, we're almost there. They're not just gonna tweet it out.
If it's not announced at the Game Awards, I think it's gonna wait until E3.
I don't think it'll wait that. I think they're too antsy. I think at this point, and like they've never been the type of company to specifically hold out information that long. Considering it's ready, there is sudden reports going around that are rumors that the trailer is done, that the trailer is being localized, I believe, but it's done. That the first trailer is done. They did release Borderlands VR's trailer on its own with no event next to it. It just came out.
But I don't think Borderlands 2 VR isn't like as
a big deal.
It's not as a big deal as Borderlands 3 would. So I don't think Borderlands 3 would miss being at an event.
No, it has to be at an event. I think it has to be an event. And I think the Game Awards make a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense because the original like reports and like rumors that came out when people were first talking about, hey, there may be DLC for pre-sequel and Borderlands 2, one or the other or both, most likely both. When that came out, all the reports were under the idea of it's going to be end of year, so December. It will be released before the end of the year, and it will be a refresher of the Borderlands gameplay and Borderlands style to lead into Borderlands 2, which will come out in the first quarter of 2019. That's before the encrypted DLC ever showed up. And that's before the updates ever showed up. People were talking about that way before. That was a complete rumor way before, and all of a sudden DLC shows up for both games, and it's localized, and it does fit in the time frame. If it's this close and it's being tested, December release, December 20th-ish, or December like end of the year, or like New Year's, makes a lot of sense, and it fits into the original rumors of that's an end of the year DLC for both games to refresh people on how Borderlands plays and to give them a good lead into the third game that will come out in first quarter of 2019. Whew, that was a mouthful. That's all I got.
First quarter of 2019. Oh.
Yep.
I don't think it'll be first quarter.
First half, first quarter, it's kind of like same thing. I mean, first half, first quarter.
No.
It's an extra 3 months. Extra 3 months.
I'll say maybe first half, but I don't think first quarter.
If I think. Go ahead.
If you had.
Like what?
If you had.
If I had to take a guess, a blind guess, I think it gets released in June or July. I think it's a June, July, or August release. I think it's a summer release. I think it's the biggest fucking deal ever.
I would say summer release 2, where there's not much competition, because that's like a dry month. Like Nintendo did good this year because they had Octopath Traveler and Mario Tennis Aces like in the summer.
July,
when no one else could do anything because they didn't have anything.
July's an interesting month because E3's held a month before, and not many companies show stuff at E3 that's being released in the coming month, other than Nintendo because they're batshit insane.
Oh yeah, no, I love that they do that because they're not like Sony, which who announced Final Fantasy VII Remake 4 years ago, and we have had no updates since then, which I've been waiting for.
Pulling the Kingdom Hearts tactic, I see.
Nah, but the Kingdom Hearts tactic never said a. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, they did the Kingdom Hearts 3 tactic. Yeah, which I've been waiting Kingdom Hearts 3 for 10 years. Oh gosh.
I've waited a couple months.
Yeah, because we just got it for you, or Alana got it for you.
We'll talk about Kingdom Hearts maybe later. I don't know.
We'll see.
But it makes a lot of sense. I think it's the perfect time for them to release it in July because that gives them time to do one more DLC afterwards. I think if you release in July, you have time to do one DLC before end of year.
I think so. I think it'll be, if it's released in July or August, the DLC could release in November, December.
The interesting thing about the Borderlands 2 DLC is it has to be something that is made from scratch for a game that is now 6 years old. That's very interesting. It's the most popular game. People still play all the time. People are still like, there's a community patch, which Gearbox actively supports. That changes how things drop, that changes how people spawn, and changes the odds of weapons dropping, and fixes a couple things, I believe. It also balances weapons, I believe.
Yeah.
But the more interesting one, and I made the prediction before the encrypted DLC showed up, that it makes much more sense for them to release a DLC for pre-sequel, because it is a game that has been said that has an issue with content, and its lack of content, and my thing is it already has a lack of content, so adding more would be fine. It's the most recent release. The studio that developed it is now gone. 2K Australia is gone, but I'm pretty sure the work got handed over to 2K normally. And also, they had a DLC that even had a finished logo and concept behind it. It was, I believe, like Mr. Zumi's Space Adventure or something like that.
Yeah, you were telling me and Alana about it.
Yeah, so that makes much more sense. But now at this point, if there's an encrypted DLC for both games, we might be very, 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 very close to something happening.
Yeah, I think don't get your hopes up. Like, it's not good to get your hopes up.
No.
But I do think that the Game Awards is a safe bet.
I think it's the safest bet. I think it's the earliest that it will get announced. And I think if it's not announced at the Game Awards, the chances of being announced immediately drops from like 70% down to like 20%. And a 20% chance of it being announced just randomly on Twitter. Like, hey, we upload the YouTube video. It may or may not be Borderlands 3. You should go look. Like, with Borderlands, it's like such an interesting thing because everyone knows it's happening. Everyone knows it's in development. They haven't said fully yes, but they have said that this is the next game they're working on. They hired people for it. Now, a sad thing to point out, I'm going to go into this in a second. The writer for Borderlands 3 actually got very, very, very sick and had to leave Gearbox early last year. Or late last year, I believe. He got very sick, so the head writer for Borderlands 3 is gone. So they're probably like finishing up his work. He's still alive. Don't worry. He's still on Twitter. He's active. Yeah. He's great.
That reminds me of, actually, I'll talk about that later, actually.
So it is a little nerve-wracking as a Borderlands fan, specifically a fan of pre-sequel and Borderlands 2, because I haven't played the first game. Haven't really felt like playing the first game. Both of those games were written by a person named Anthony Butch. He was the lead writer on both of those games. And if he seems notable, it's because he worked on a YouTube channel with Ashley Butch, who's a voice actor, who is notable on YouTube. And outside that, she plays Chloe in Life is Strange. She plays Tiny Tina in Borderlands. She plays a bunch of other people, a ton of notable roles. Hold on, I'll pull it up. She plays an absolute ton of notable roles. She's fantastic. And Anthony Butch is fantastic. He left Gearbox in 2015 after P-Sequel came out to work on a Hulu show, so he's gone. So they have a different writer for Borderlands 3. So another interesting thing that happened, to keep going on tangents for Borderlands, is Tales from Borderlands was a thing. It was fucking fantastic. In my opinion, it's the best thing Telltale had ever made.
But you're kind of biased on that.
I am absolutely fucking biased.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, saying that it beats Wolf Among Us is a little crazy, but, you know, a little crazy. I think Wolf Among Us is, like, Wolf Among Us mystery to it in its story was not as good as the mystery behind Borderlands 2, and that reveal, and how that game handled emotion, and handled everything. I think that, it's so fucking perfect. If, like, you haven't played it, don't play it now. The studio's gone. Not making any more. Maybe rest in peace.
I don't want to talk about Telltale. I was super excited for Wolf Among Us 2.
So, spoiler alert. They killed Scooter. Scooter's important. He's been there since the first game. He was there in the second game. He wasn't there in the third game. Scooter wasn't in not third game, pre-sequel. Brandon Pitchford recently came out and said that they will not undo anything Tales from the Borderlands has done, meaning Scooter will stay dead. Unless it doesn't fall in line with the lore. Unless it doesn't fall in line with what they want to the story. So they're not afraid to undo anything, but as it stands, if they don't need to undo it, they're not going to undo it. So he pretty much said to the question, is Scooter going to come back? Maybe. Pretty much gave the most half-assed answer for maybe.
Yeah. I think that's the best answer that he could have said. Because if he would have said no, then people would have called him a liar. If he would have said yes, then people would have... I don't know what people would have if he said yes, but it would have ruined the twist.
Yeah. So, like, the thing about Tales is it's fucking fantastic. What I mean by its twist is great. Is they had a, like, when you start the game starts with Reese, the main character, one of the two main characters, along with Fiona, being dragged through the wasteland. I don't know if you ever played Tales from Borderlands, but
no, I didn't play Tales.
He's being dragged, tied up, and he gets put next to Fiona. And throughout the entire game, until beginning episode 5, it's a man in a mask, big bodied, and has a very fluent way of speaking. He speaks very fluently, very slowly, and accurately. He takes off the mask in episode 5, and it's the Loaderbot that the first 4 episodes have been traveling with that sacrificed himself. Do you know what a Loaderbot is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that emotional, like, connection that they give to a Loaderbot, it's actually the Loaderbot, who usually can't speak too well. He usually speaks in, like, random short bursts of sentences, but, Ashley Burch played Sasha in Attack on Titan, played someone in Steven Universe, Steins Gate, Fortnite, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series, a lot of notable roles, Final Fantasy 15, Adventure Time, a bunch of side characters in Adventure Time, Battleborn, Fallout 4, Minecraft Story Mode, Persona 4, everything you would think of. Mortal Kombat X, she played Cassie.
Yeah.
A character called Ray in Fortnite. I have no fucking clue. No fucking clue.
Steins Gate is very good, by the way. You should watch it, Brandon. You know what you should also watch?
What?
My Hero Academia.
I haven't gotten past the first episode of season 1. I'm still in episode 2. Still in episode 2.
I know you're still in episode 2.
I haven't thought about it. I get a free pass. I've been busy with Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. There's your free pass. Whatever.
Yes.
Alright.
That's all I gotta say about Borderlands. I'm really happy. I thought about, like, what the trailer would be and how I would react. Like, one night, like 3 a.m., I was thinking about the trailer and, like, what if it drops tomorrow and, like, how I react and what it would look like, and I started to tear up. I'm gonna fucking cry at that trailer. I'm such, like, a big Borderlands person. Like, it's like, it's so good. Borderlands is, like, in my opinion, top 5 all-time cooperative games.
I'll agree with that. Top 5 cooperative games. I can agree.
The humor fits in, the emotion fits in, everything fits in. They have a villain that you love to hate. The last thing I want to never touch the Borderlands game. Single player is not for everyone. Multiplayer is probably for everyone. The last thing I wanted to say about Borderlands is that there's a common idea that makes a lot of sense. Is at the end of Tales from the Borderlands, the main characters Reese and Fiona enter a vault, and they get teleported, and the game ends.
Okay.
No idea where. They just disappear. The vault disappears. They're both stuck inside of it. No one knows what happened. No one knows, because the vaults are so random with how they react to people in the Borderlands franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So, Handsome Jack is in a USB drive. There's a character in Borderlands called Professor Nakayama. He appeared in pre-sequel. He had a main role in pre-sequel. He was a main person in Borderlands 2's DLC. He's obsessed with Handsome Jack. And you learn a lot about his history to the point where he made a Handsome Jack AI. Reese has a virtual eye in the game, and he has a USB slot, sort of like a plug-in, and he plugged Handsome Jack into him, so that made Handsome Jack The only co-op game I really played, Army of Two. I had Army of Two, wasn't bad.
Army of Two was pretty good.
But like, he put Jack and Reese, and that brought Jack back for Tales from the Borderlands. So that brought him back, and thanks for the follow. So like, the thing about it is it's very clear in saying that in Borderlands 1 there was a company called Atlas. They were the main bad guys. They were, if you've ever played Borderlands 2, they were the Hyperion of Borderlands 1 in every way.
Atlas.
Yeah. ATLAS, not LUS.
I was about to say
different Atlas. Wasn't Atlas in COD? Yeah, it was also. I think it was a COD thing. I don't know.
There's a lot of Atlas companies.
So the thing about it is, Atlas is gone like time of Borderlands 2. I think the main story took him out or something. A common idea is Reese is gonna be the leader of Atlas and bring them back for Borderlands 3 and be the main bad guy. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I want Borderlands 3 now. That's all. I want a DLC. I want something. It will be the fastest I've ever pre-ordered a game. I will sell my entire room to pre-order it. Nothing in this room is safe if I have to get rid of it from a pre-order. Breath of the Wild, not safe. Odyssey, not safe. Nothing's safe.
Are you safe?
Except for Christmas gifts.
Are you safe?
In what way? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I need both kidneys.
Would you sell yourself?
I don't think I need both kidneys.
Well, no. Would you sell yourself? Like, would you become a slave to get Borderlands 3?
No, because then I couldn't devote all my time to it. Okay. That was Borderlands time. We're gonna have that every week. Just heads up. Even no updates, I'm just gonna repeat everything I said until there is an update.
Oh my gosh, no.
So Black Ops 4.
Oh wait, before we go on to Black Ops 4, there was something that you mentioned earlier that's not something that we talked about or that we put on the podcast topics, but something that I wanted to ask you. You said that you'd cry if Borderlands 3 trailer came out. Mm-hmm. So, has there been a game trailer that has made you cry yet?
I almost cried at the trailer. I got very close to crying. I teared up at the end of the last Smash Direct.
Oh really?
Yeah, I almost teared up at that. That was really cool.
That's okay.
We'll get into that. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there later.
Trust me, I thought you would make sure we get there.
No, what like really, what made me actually tear up was the final Breath of the Wild trailer that we got, the story trailer, with the song that didn't make it into the final game, which sucks. But
I think by this point, there's a lot of game trailers that I would probably tear up at if I saw that. I would tear up at Borderlands. I would cry at Borderlands. I would probably cry for Skate, for a new Skate game. I'd probably cry for. I don't know. I mean, it's. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, not really.
I might cry if Final Fantasy VII Remake is at next year's E3.
Well, no, I haven't really cried at anything.
Alright. Well, I just wanted to ask.
I did cry when I saw Bayonetta won the Smash Battle, but that was for a different reason.
I remember that direct. I remember watching it with you and Lano. That was fun.
No, if you're a Bayonetta fan, it was.
I had fun. I like Bayonetta.
Who knew the hell we had to come in the competitive scene?
Oh man.
The next few years were doomed.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Controversial topic. Bayonetta held back Smash 4 from being any way bigger than it was. 100%. I think Bayonetta 100% held that back. It ruined the community, made the community into a very bad place. When it came out.
At least she's dead now.
Hopefully, but if they did enough Rosalina and set buffed Rosalina, then we have a new Bayonetta in town.
They gave her a new. Oh my god! Actually, a lot of information came out today about Smash, which we'll talk about later again. But a lot of people got new moves.
Fucking morph side B is faster. It's like that's the thing you fixed. You fixed the side B. You made that faster.
Game & Watch has 3 new moves.
Oh no, that's bad. Because Game & Watch was actually, if they made him not shit, then he had a very good moveset that was very broken. Game & Watch, top 15, by the way. I don't know if I need to express. He's still top 15 in Smash.
No, he's not.
100%. He's so
not.
Good. No one used him, though. That was the issue. He was so underrated. He was only light. He was only light. He had the best up smash in the game. He had the best recovery in the game. He had the best side B in the game.
Black Ops 4. We can talk about Smash later. Alright, Black Ops 4. What did you want to talk about in Black Ops 4?
This fucking sucks. Hello? Do we need Black Ops 4 socks? I clicked on this while looking for things to talk about on GameStop's website a week ago. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is
it?
Hold on. If you click on the link I have on there and pull it up, they have something that was really odd to me.
What is it?
Thank you for the host. Welcome to the stream, Hero. The Black Ops 4 Collectors. It's $30. Look at this. By the way, this is a free-for-all card game. What do you mean a free-for-all card game? What the fuck do you mean? The link I have at the very bottom, $20 is a free-for-all card game. But there's a Black Ops 4 free-for-all card game. The more important thing that I want to talk about though is the Black Ops 4 Collector's Box. Not Collector's Edition, Collector's Box. It's $30. It does not include the game, but what it does include is socks, a beanie, pins, and a multi-prong USB adapter. Because you need that in your Black Ops 4 Collector's Edition.
Wait, is that a backpack?
No, wait, utility bag. It's not a backpack, it's a little smaller.
Oh, okay.
The size comparison, there's socks next to it. If that's your backpack, I feel bad. It seems though I missed something. Welcome to the podcast. This is the first time.
Oh yeah, welcome to the podcast. This is our first podcast.
I guess I only did post the announcement on Discord. We only did post the announcement on Discord.
Yeah. So,
yeah, a keychain, a beanie, socks, utility bag, a collectible pin.
That's actually funny.
That's fine. It would have been a little ridiculous. By the way, GameStop, 6 limited edition items, and one of them is a fucking multi-prong USB adapter. A multi-prong USB adapter.
Why does that exist?
It has the Black Ops logo on it. I would imagine it's useful. I'm not getting on to the fact that it's not useful or like who's gonna need that. It's in a collector's box that doesn't come with the game. You literally could have had this be worth $90, and it's a reasonable purchase because you have the slightly lower grade collector's edition, which the collector's edition is already $200.
Oh yeah, it comes with a lot.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
He has it. It comes with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm not downing that. I think that looks really cool, but I think to have a $200 collector's edition and not even $90, make it $100 flat, and you come up with all the stuff in the collector's box that's $30 on its own. If you bundled that with the game and added even add $70 to the price of that collector's box, then you immediately have a second grade collector's edition that will probably be as popular as the original collector's edition. It makes noise and lights up. Yeah, I looked at it. It looks really cool. Like, really cool. It's one of those collector's editions where it's like, it's Call of Duty, but it's like, that's actually like really cool, even though I don't like Call of Duty. I'm not a fan of it. That's all I have to say. I think that's the rant of the month.
The rant of the month.
I think reasonably that like that collector's a box and the fact that there's a free-for-all card game on Call of Duty Black Ops 4, because that's didn't stop at socks on the multi-prong USB adapter. We had to make a card game. You know, I mean, I really hope it plays like Pokemon at Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be funny as fuck to look at.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
It's $20. I want to know who's reasonably playing that.
I don't think anyone. I think anyone that got it is like just got it for collector's sake.
Maybe
Black Ops 4, like the actual game Black Ops 4 is actually pretty good.
I haven't heard anything bad about it, which is good for a card game, which means a lot. Which means a lot for a card game, is I haven't heard anything bad about it. Yeah, so 8 specialist player cards, 24 event cards, 52 loadout cards, 38 care package cards, 32 health tokens, an instruction booklet, and it's age 17 plus. You have webcam away.
Yeah, I'll be right back. My dad's here. so I gotta say hi before like he barges into the room.
Hello, stream. How are you? I'm carrying this podcast now.
So I'll be right back. Brandon's gonna carry it. Talk about Borderlands.
Talk about Borderlands? Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
Don't look at chat. Don't look at the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna take away his thing, so you can't see real quick. Yeah, Borderlands coming out. Hopefully Game Awards. Which we'll get into the Game Awards in a bit when he gets back. Probably right when he gets back. We'll talk about the Game Awards because there's I want to make predictions for it. And for the Game Awards and the cutoff date and what games won't make it because it's after the Game Awards cutoff date. But hopefully at some point during the Game Awards we get a Borderlands 3 announcement. How are you doing, chat, though? You guys doing good? Everyone doing fine in chat? Talking about Borderlands makes me desperate for an announcement because they literally have said nothing. And it's not like all we've heard is 2 years ago they said once Battleborn's development stops they will start Borderlands 3's development. We haven't had a title, announcement, a confirmation that's in development. They have literally said nothing. And that is great. That is fantastic. Just completely in the dark about Borderlands. And hopefully whenever it does get announced it's not like a Christmas 2019 release date. Hopefully it's first half.
Alright, I'm back. You don't have to talk about Borderlands anymore. Alright.
Thank you.
I'm back. Alright, let's see. I like how when I turn my webcam off, Nagito was the first thing that showed up.
I don't know. I may need to crop your webcam a little bit better. There's a black line at the top. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. I want to talk about the Game Awards at some point. Game predictions.
Yes, that could be after.
Oh, in the fucking terms of rants. Apple.
Wait, what?
In like talking about rants, Apple said something.
Oh yeah,
funny.
you want to rant about Apple before we talk about something else?
I talked to Chris about this. Don't know Chris, regular viewer of my chat, good friend. He's an Xbox person. He thinks the Xbox One is better than the PlayStation 4. That's it. Yeah, I've talked to him about that. So I don't disagree with him. I just don't agree with him. I think the exact same console, honestly.
They're exactly the same, but
they both run Netflix.
Xbox doesn't have it.
So, Apple said that its new iPad is as powerful as the Xbox One S, which is fucking laughable, and I will get into why. But to say the quote, word for word, the vice president of hardware engineering made the claim at one point that it's as graphically powerful as Xbox One S. He said, to put it another way, the new iPad Pro delivers the Xbox One S class graphics performance in a product that's 94% smaller and there's no AC cord required. No. That's your comparison? Really? You're comparing your new iPad to the Xbox One S, the $800 iPad to the $360 Xbox One S, and that $360 Xbox One S comes with 2 games, and the 2 very popular games?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I'd just like to point out, even if it wasn't on sale, because when I checked it was actually $250, but at its base price, you can get Red Dead Redemption 2 with an Xbox One S. And then, even after that, you get to pick if you want the Xbox One S bundle that comes with NBA 2K19 or Sea of Thieves. $360. $440 less than an iPad. And it's like...
Who's gonna develop these AAA games on the iPad?
What fucking... Show me the mobile game company that the fucking main head studio, the lead director of whatever the fuck they're doing, is like kicking down the door like, guys, you will not believe this shit. We now have power. We can do this. We can make our clicker games more in depth. I'm getting that. I understand the argument of it's different. $800, the iPad does things differently than the Xbox One S. It does. You could do things on the Xbox you can't do on an iPad. You can do things on an iPad that you can't do on an Xbox. It's not a fair comparison to make in terms of price. Then don't compare the console. Like, don't compare it if you're in the position of the vice president, especially in the most smart-ass, snarky way I've ever heard in my life. He literally said word for word, Xbox One S class graphics performance in a product that's 94% smaller has no AC power.
The Switch can almost get to the next Xbox One, and it's $300.
Yeah,
and it's been in development for a lot longer because they develop new iPads and new phones every year.
To me, this is a comment that is like, to me, this is a comment that was made when you're scraping for any advantage you can get in a system or a product that you cannot point out obvious advantages in. To me, that's what this comment shows. Phil Spencer made a great tweet, by the way, and did not take a shot back. He said he liked the reference to the Xbox One S in the I'm guessing announcement, but right now characters. Apple stepping up the iPad Pro for some great Xbox to iPad crossplay matches. He did not make a snarky ass comment back. That's good of him, because I would have made a snarky ass comment back. I felt that comment was really out of line and very fucking smart assy, and I really did not like it in and out, but that's just me.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop you right there, since that's actually an excellent segue to snarky ass comments at BlizzCon.
Oh wait, no, we'll get that. It's probably the thing. But I'm just saying, like, congrats, you can get graphical performance in an iPad. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's useful. I just can't think of any point where it is useful in an iPad. And if you are buying your iPad for graphical performance, buy an Xbox. What are you going to use those graphical performances on? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm willing to bet I'm probably wrong. Maybe that graphical performance is useful in something that the Xbox cannot do. Maybe it is. I'm willing to bet I'm wrong. But you're comparing, they made the comparison for this. So if you're going to make the comparison to the Xbox, that you're as graphically powerful, I'm making a comparison that your product is not as useful as an Xbox would be for what it's priced at. And also, I'd just like to point out another thing I may be wrong about, but I always hear about people saying I'm upgrading to the new iPhone because the sale packages allow them to pay monthly fees for the new iPhone. I always hear about I'm getting the newest version of the iPhone, I can't wait for the newest version of the iPhone, and people upgrading to that. I never hear anyone say about them getting the newest version of the iPad or upgrading to it.
It's mostly Apple fans. My friend in chat, Kevin, loves Apple, so I'm pretty sure he'll get it.
Yeah, I always hear about people getting the Generation 2 back. I may be wrong. I don't hear a lot about it, but when I do hear about people getting an iPad, it's usually not the newest generation of iPad. And $800, God, that's fucking crazy. I mean, I think the screen. There's also a different note. The $800 one is I believe the 10-inch version of it. And there's a $1,000 version that's 12.5 inches. For $1,000. For 2 more inches. I know it's 2.5 inches bigger than the $800 one is the $1,000 one, but I also would imagine that they are not pointing out the fact that probably has more storage to it. I would imagine it has more storage because I would imagine it's not just screen size. I would imagine if it's just screen size, then that's a little ridiculous, but anyways. Moving on to snarky ass comments. I don't know how long I'll be able to talk about this because I'm not a Blizzard fan. I'm not a Blizzard supporter in any means.
I'm not either. This can be a shorter topic. I just want to talk about why it's extremely rude.
Have you seen the video?
Yes, I have.
Wait, are you saying it's extremely rude?
Yes.
I found it funny as fuck. No. I saw a comment saying is this gamer entitlement? And it's yeah.
No, this is fucking the same. This person that said that is the type of person that is mad at Sakurai because Isaac didn't get in.
Oh, I mean, this is literally taking a franchise people love it, and I'm pretty sure to them is taking a shit on it. I think it's on that level. So if you don't know, BlizzCon 2018 happened, and during the announcements, they made an announcement that a mobile Diablo game called Diablo Immortal is happening. And when the Q&A section happened, a guy in a red shirt, which seems to be a pattern for BlizzCon questions, said, and I quote, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Funny as fuck if you look at the clip.
No, it's fucking...
I found it goddamn hilarious. I did not watch the aftermath because I'm oh, he did not just fucking ask that. Um, it, it's. I feel like I had the dislike ratio on the trailer is absolutely horrible. I would imagine it is because them.
It's like 82,000 dislikes and 2,000 likes.
If you took Diablo's a very popular franchise, and it's a very popular game, and it has a very hardcore fan base, and you just took what that fan base loves and supported and hasn't had a new thing of in probably like 5 years, and you shoved it in a mobile game, and you showed them that.
But it's not like they said Diablo 4 isn't in development though.
Yeah, but like they gave. I don't think they gave anything. I understand the frustration, the comment, and that was in the moment. Like,
and no one said anything about it. Bethesda is releasing an Elder Scrolls on the phone, on mobile.
But didn't the announcement come like right after the announcement of a new Elder Scrolls game?
It was a while before. It was like Elder Scrolls Mobile was announced like at the beginning of their press conference, and then Elder Scrolls 6 was announced at the very end.
And I would imagine there were Twitter comments on that right after. I would imagine there was a couple Twitter comments where it'd be like, "Fuck you, Bethesda." That probably changed the tune the moment that got announced. But it's like, I understand the comment and understand the frustration. I do give it a sort of pass because I would imagine this was a in the moment thing where you had to realize what was happening to the franchise you love and then come up with a response to it, and you went up there and you in the moment made a comment that you probably weren't okay with later on. It was funny. I feel like, I don't know if it was like lighthearted or if it was taken as a joke by the developers. I don't know how serious of a question they took that. I don't know how much offense they took to that, and it was fucked up if they really took that, because I would imagine this is something they put a lot of heart and soul and effort and time and development into and money into, and they gave up a lot of time of their lives into, for someone to be like, "Are you joking?" No.
Yeah.
But I do understand the comment of being like, this is, not only did you do this to a hardcore fan base that loves these games that haven't had anything in a very long time and had like no word on a new game, you did it to them in the convention that was made for them.
Yeah.
In the one convention that has guaranteed people who are there for like that exact reason. Like, this wasn't. But I'm shocked you scrolled that far down the document and didn't want to talk about the thing below it.
Wait, what?
I'm shocked that you scrolled that far down in the Google document and didn't want to talk about the thing that I put below it.
Oh, I don't. I have like one thing to say about that, and that's stupid.
I got nothing to say about it.
I can. I'll just. If you have anything else to say about BlizzCon, go for it. I don't have anything else to say that's like super rude.
No.
All right.
But to talk about another thing we were talking about just now, Nerf on the Instagram. This was an Instagram post. Announced that they will be making a Nerf gun modeled after the ALR Fortnite gun from Fortnite, and it's just the shell because it's painted like a Nerf gun. It doesn't look like it's yellow and it's orange and it's painted like a Nerf gun. And it has Fortnite written on the side.
It's
get the point across. It's $50, which is reasonable for a Nerf gun, by the way. It's reasonable for how Nerf guns go. And it will be released apparently June 1st, 2019, but I don't know if that's a placeholder. The only thing I have to say about it is this is probably the easiest money grab ever. It's
stupid, but it's so smart.
It's such a no-brainer. This is how you make a fuck ton of money. This is like, it stared everyone in the face and everyone looked past it. And it's like, this is how you make a shitload of money. Because who is Fortnite marketed towards? Fucking kids. What do kids like? Like Nerf guns. And now they can do IRL Fortnite matches. And it's like, oh my god. Oh, it's so smart. It really is really, really smart. And it will probably make them a ever-living shitload of money. And I feel like the only thing that would make them more money is if it was released around Christmas. If this was a Christmas item, it would be sold out everywhere.
Man.
Everywhere it would be sold out. Because this also feeds into the point of, I don't know if you saw this, but GameStop had a deal where if you trade in your Switch, you get $200 credit towards a new Switch. So you could,
I saw that.
And the reason it was made so you could trade in your Switch for a new Switch bundle for only $100. So you can pay $100 to get a new bundle.
Smash, Diablo, they have a Fortnite bundle.
And I saw a comment on the Kotaku article about it because I was really confused about it also, saying that someone who worked there saw a dad bring in 2 Switches and trade them in for the Fortnite bundles. And that the employee told them, don't do this. And he's like, oh no, it's worth it to them. Also, Fortnite Monopoly's a thing? Didn't know that?
I have nothing to say about it. I knew about it. I sent it to Elena like last month. I have nothing to say about it. I saw it. Like, I was walking in Walmart, and I saw it, and I wanted to chuck it across the building.
So can we get off the topic of Fortnite and talk about something else? You want to talk about Deltarune?
Do you want to talk about Deltarune?
I can't. I mean, this is not like a topic for me.
Yeah, I know it's not a topic for you. I'll keep it short. It's really, really good, and I'm really happy that he made it, because it's seemingly a sequel to Undertale, which is amazing.
Eleno and me. Because Eleno and me, and I guess I have a little bit to talk about it, because that was the day the Smash Direct was happening.
I was there with you guys.
Was it Halloween or was it the day of the Smash Direct?
It was the day of the Smash Direct.
Okay, so let me just paint a picture. Woke up 5 in the morning, started talking to Eleno at 6:30 in the morning for me, and I had seen all the tweets and the stuff about it, and I clicked on the website about it. And it was all really fishy, and the comments on the Twitter posts were really weird, and all that stuff was really odd. And then you load up the game, it's really fucking terrifying at like 6 in the morning on like the day after Halloween. I hadn't even played Fortnite, and it's fucking asking questions like, what do you want this character to feel like and shit, and it was very scary.
Wait, did you say Fortnite?
Wait, Fortnite? What?
You said Fortnite.
I'm so confused. It's 10:20. It can pass.
Undertale, you mean?
Undertale. Shut up. But it was fucking terrifying. Fortnite's also terrifying. It scares me how big that game is. Like it was very like scary and fucking. I really thought it was gonna be jump scares at every turn. Everything that happened in that game, like I thought was like, oh, jump scare, 100% about to show up. When it asked like for permission and for random stuff, and like it's like, do you accept the terms, and the terms are really suspicious, I'm like, if Doki Doki Literature Club taught us anything, it's to never let a game do things to your computer. I thought 100% it's gonna change Elena's wallpaper or something, because that was to go off topic, because I'm completely done talking about Deltarune now. I have nothing else to say. A thing that frightened me is on the subreddit for Doki Doki Literature Club, Dan Salvato, the creator of the game, did an AMA on there a long time ago, like a year, 2 years ago, probably like a year ago. And there was a question that kind of was like almost scary in a sense, where someone asked him, was there anything that you wanted to do to people's computers that you didn't feel okay with, or you couldn't do? And one of the things he said, he wanted to change people's wallpaper randomly at one point. So if you shut down the game, it was Monica looking at you. It was your wallpaper. And he said he felt like that was a breach of people's privacy by that point. And he felt that took it too far. I'm like, you can do that? I'm like, a Steam game, and people said like Steam probably wouldn't allow them to do that. I'm like, but that's a possibility? Games can do that? PC games have access to do that?
I guess they do.
That's fucking terrifying. That's
dude, like, I wish he would have done that.
That would have been amazing if you shut down Doki Doki and Monica's still looking at you.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. Or
what's
oh my god.
What's it got?
Or it would have, or you know what would have been better?
What?
If it would have pretended to shut down, if it would have pretended to shut down, and then like you're on your wallpaper, and then like because like let's say like it takes a screen cap of your desktop, and the screen cap is on the game, and all of a sudden like the background tears open and the game's actually still running and it's Monica.
That's taking a little far. That's like, I would imagine a lot of computers would have broken. A couple windows probably would have been smashed out.
Dude, oh my god, Doki Doki was actually really good.
Are we really going to talk about like Black Friday sales?
I mean,
you want to talk? Are we a news station? Like, are we informing the people? Or like?
I mean, there's just two things that I wanted to talk about.
I looked at the Best Buy sales. I added Best Buy sales. You added Target.
Yeah. I just want to talk two things about the Black Friday sales for Target. One being that PS4, 1 terabyte PS4 with Spider-Man is going to be $200.
Oh wow! Is it PS4 like? Is it the lower PS4? Or is it?
Yeah, it's the lower PS4. It's the regular one. It's PS4. It's the PS4 like slim.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that they are also selling Switches like at regular price, and it comes with Mario Kart 8.
Alright. The Best Buy deals are also interesting. So, a number of EA games are available at Best Buy until tomorrow. By the way, this ends tomorrow. At some point tomorrow. But a number of EA games are buy two for $70. So Madden 19, FIFA 19, UFC 3, Sims 4. And it applies to PS4 and Xbox One versions. If you pre-order Fallout 76, you'll get $10 of reward credit, a steelbook case, and access to the beta. And while pre-ordering Smash Ultimate, you get a collectible coin.
Smash Ultimate?
Yeah. Apparently, oddly enough, gets you a collectible coin, which I didn't know was a thing, but that's what the news report is saying.
I know that they had a collectible coin for Odyssey. I didn't know that they were doing it for Smash. Oh well, I'm doing my Smash pre-order at GameStop because I want to add it at 19.
Do you want me to link you the Best Buy thing so you can see the coin?
I already there.
Already there? Of course you are, Tachi. Of course you are. How many days until Smash Ultimate, Tachi? Oh wow, you have to think about it. Wow,
no. I know. I just don't want 34.
Okay. So, Borderlands Enhancement Collection is $15. I was actually going to buy that for $60, but instead I got MLB The Show, which is fucking great. I'm not going to talk about it, but that's the only game I've really been playing this past week outside of Kingdom Hearts, which I will talk about if you want to talk about what games we've been playing this week.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to talk about baseball because I'm not a super baseball expert. If you want to talk about American football, though, I will go for hours. I've
been playing Reddit too, which I don't know. Actually, I don't know if you'd enjoy that.
But Borderlands Enhanced Collection is $15 for PS4 and Xbox One. For fuck's sake, if you don't own it,
how much?
Get $15 for PS4 and Xbox One.
Now?
Yeah, until tomorrow.
For Best Buy. Well, you should get it. I already have that collection.
I was going to get it for $60, but then I got MLB The Show, and then I saw that Borderlands Enhanced Collection was $15. So I can't get it now, and it's going to be back to $30. Wait, Best Buy has it for $30. The PlayStation Store has it for $60.
Yeah, PlayStation Store always sells games at full price on those terms.
It kind of sucks that it's physical. I wouldn't prefer it digital, but $30 I'll pay for it just to be able to play Borderlands with you guys. I will play Borderlands fucking every day. Do not scare me.
Brandon,
I will farm us the best weapons, the best shields.
I will delete Borderlands from my PS4.
What do you mean? You literally said you have it. Would you not be willing to play this game with me?
I will delete it.
If you don't understand. If you and Elena will play this game, by the way, I'd like to mention this. Elena, a couple days ago, yesterday I think, he had a fucking attitude where his anxiety was messing him up a little bit, so he was willing to distract himself or anything. I asked him to play Borderlands, the game he said no to for the past year. He said fucking yes. He said yes to Terraria. He was saying yes to everything. I asked him about the podcast. Don't worry. He said no.
Damn.
But he was willing to play any game. I asked him about Minecraft. He played fucking Minecraft. Like, it's fucking crazy. I mean, I don't play Minecraft. No, I don't.
Okay, Brandon.
So, Hands Collection is $15. Diablo's $30. Divinity Original Sin 2 is $50, which is only $10 off, but I guess that's a popular game. Overwatch Game of the Year edition's $40, which I thought that game was $40 base price, not $60.
No, it's $60. Still.
I'm like, why? I don't know about Overwatch now, but back when I played it like a year ago, it was a very much 5 out of 10 game. Fight me. It's 6 out of 10 on a good day. I don't know about now. Am I saying 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 because I don't like Blizzard as a company?
Maybe.
NHL's on sale. Mass Effect Andromeda, which people hate, I believe. $15 if you want to see what went wrong with that game, I believe. Speaking of, if you want to see what went wrong with another game, the only game on this list that is on sale for every version, PS4, Xbox, and PC, Battlefront 2, $15.
Black Ops 4 is going to be on sale for $45 on Black Friday.
I would probably only buy Black Ops 4 if it was like 30. If it was half off.
I'm hoping Fighters is $45 on Black Friday for the Switch because I want to trade in my PS4 copy and buy it on the Switch because I think Fighters looks really good on the Switch, and I think fighting games just fit more on the Switch.
Any FPS issues reported? Any
wait, what?
Any FPS issues or anything reported, or like graphic quality issues?
No, everything seems fine.
That's shocking. Ever since I always have the idea of like when this game's getting ported to Switch that it's probably going to have lag issues, FPS lag issues, or it's just going to be graphically worse.
And Diablo 3 is apparently an amazing port to the Switch too, and it's always on 60 FPS.
So before you eventually ramble on about Smash for the next however long that goes, you want to talk about the Game Awards?
Yes, a Game Awards, then investors meeting, and then Smash.
I would like to point out the fact that personally, I do not like the Game Awards. I like watching them, and last year's was great. But other than that, I believe they are a award show that gets blinded by the shininess of giant AAA games, like Witcher. I think they get blinded by a lot of that. I think the categories are a little fucked up. Last year, I have more faith in them because last year they did fix a lot of issues. A lot of the AAA games that were like, ooh, shiny, look, it's a giant release. They wasn't upplayed the 2 years before that. I think giving Overwatch Game of the Year was a awful decision. Last year though they were good. In my opinion, they were good. Everything made sense.
Yes, last year was really good. I think this year's going to be really good too.
Yeah, I think they're kind of moving towards the right direction with the Game Awards. I have more faith in them. If going into last year's Game Awards, I would have been on the opinion that it's probably going to suck. It's not going to be good. It's going to be only AAA games dominating other games that are probably better than the AAA games, but they're AAA games, so they get priority. But what they did last year, it gives me more faith in this being a genuinely good award show, and I'm very excited for this year. A thing I do not like about it, though, is they do not reveal a lot about the award show until the coming weeks towards the award show. What I mean,
like nominees and stuff.
Well, not even nominees. What I mean by that is, if you wanted to go check right now what the cutoff date for games being able to be nominated this year, you cannot. They do not have the cutoff date this year. They have the date of when the Game Awards take place, but you have to. The FAQ is for last year's Game Awards. The FAQ. So what we have to go off of is last year's Game Awards were December 7th, and this year's are December 6th. I believe so. Wait, hold on. Last year's were. Hold on, I need to look it up. I believe last year's Game Awards were December 7th, and this year the December 6th. And what we know is that the cutoff date last year's Game Awards was November. A game to be eligible must be available to the public on or before November 17th.
I think that's going to be the same thing this year.
So.
When was the Game Awards last year? Can you tell me the date?
I'm looking up. Sorry. 2017. Last year's Game Awards, the Game Awards 2017 was December 7th, and the cutoff date was November 17th. So reasonably, this year it should be November 16th and December 6th.
Oh man, that means Pokemon barely cuts it to like get to win any award.
This is an interesting
Pokemon
thing.
comes out the 16th.
This is an interesting thing for eligibility. Titles that are this is from last year, so it may be different because they don't update this at all. Titles that are released after this date will be eligible for the Game Awards ceremony in 2018. Games that were released so yeah, it so pretty much those are still available. Like games that came out December last year are still available, which I kind of forgot any notable ones that have a shot at Game of the Year. Another
this year?
This year, yeah. I don't know what got released in December. What missed the Game Awards barely?
Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, that has shot. So annoying thing about the Game Awards is, along with the information not being updated, I mean, we're literally almost a month out from the Game Awards, and we don't know the cutoff date for when games can be stop being eligible. Annoying thing is we don't even know the categories. They haven't told us the categories. I mean,
it's I think it was a bad decision for the date being December 6th.
Yeah, I think that it's annoying.
That's the night Smash comes out, dude.
It's really annoying that we don't even know the categories. I understand you can't show us the nominees. That makes a lot of sense. I agree. Don't show us the nominees. But you're still voting on games.
Categories should be. You know what? I'm gonna tweet at Jeff Keighley. Hey, what are the categories? I'm doing a podcast right now.
The thousands watching, if you could tweet at him, give us the categories, give us the nominees, and can we rig it? Let him know.
You want to make some predictions for the Game Awards?
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I really wanted to do.
Game of the Year.
Game of the Year? Hold on, let me look up 2018 in gaming. I forget what this year was.
I can think of the 3 that are gonna duke it out.
Oh god, yeah.
The 3 that are gonna duke it out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be God of War, Spider-Man, or Red Dead 2.
100%.
One of those 3 are winning.
100%.
One of those 3. And just for the hell of it, I'm gonna say Assassin's Creed Odyssey is also gonna be a contender, and they usually do 5, so let me think of one. I don't think. I'll say. Let's see, what did Nintendo release this year?
I don't think Assassin's Creed Odyssey would be nominated. I really.
You don't think Assassin's Creed Odyssey will be nominated? I think it'll be nominated. Oh, Shadow. Because those 3 overshadow everything released this year. I think Smash Ultimate could win Best Fighter next year.
But, do you want to pull up the categories for last year's Game Awards and we can just go off that? I think that's
sure.
I think it's close as the most reasonable thing other than guessing. I think we can guess. Sure. Obviously, it's gonna be Game of the Year, but I think other than that, let me pull them up. Yeah, I really wish those categories. So
I'm at awards. Let's do Game of the Year first. Breath of the Wild one.
Yeah. Game of the Year this year, I think they're gonna give it to Spider-Man.
You think they're gonna give it to Spider-Man? I think they're gonna give it to God of War.
I think it's Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption. Honestly, I think those.
Really? I think it's God of War or Red Dead Redemption. I think Spider-Man's not gonna take it.
God, there's a lot of categories where it's like, what the fuck do you mean best direction? Define best direction, like north.
I think like best like new like take that they did. And if God of War doesn't win Game of the Year, God of War is winning Game Direction, because the new God of War is a lot different from the other one.
Well, you make a joke so shitty, people just don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's a bad joke.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Did Persona win anything? Wait, hold on. Did Persona not win anything?
No, it didn't. That makes me mad.
So yeah, Game of the Year.
I was really rooting for Persona 5 getting soundtrack.
Can we?
I was really.
Go ahead.
I was really rooting for Persona 5 to get soundtrack.
Can we skip Best Game Direction, because I can't even.
Best game direction. Sure. We can skip that.
Best narrative, best story, pretty much. Probably.
Red Dead 2 is gonna win that.
Wait, what?
Red Dead 2 is gonna win that. That game's been getting praised for its story, which I haven't beaten yet. I'm like at what 6% of the game being done.
I heard Ratatouille. I'm like, the fuck. I'm like,
no.
better. Best narrative.
Best narrative? Yeah, Red Dead 2. Which I would say God of War, because I love God of War story. But I think Red Dead 2 is what more people are going to gravitate to.
If things didn't happen this year, I would have put money on Walking Dead Season 4. If things didn't happen.
Yeah, things didn't happen.
So now I'm going to go with Super Mario Party. Man, I'm unfunny. Okay, yeah, I agree. Red Dead 2. I think Red Dead 2 is probably going to win a lot.
Best art direction?
Best art direction, Spider-Man. That game is colorful, it's bright, it's vibrant. I mean, it looks really good. That game looks really good. And its photo mode looks really cool. I mean...
Like, Octopath Traveler.
I haven't seen much of that. I mean...
but because it's going for art direction, I'd say Octopath Traveler could take it too.
I'm gonna go.
Because Cuphead won last year.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything like Cuphead though. There's nothing that's out there like Cuphead, right?
I think the closest thing that's out there is Octopath, and I think that's just because of the 2D, 3D pixel art that they did.
How popular was the My Hero Academia game?
It's pretty popular, and it actually has a unique art style. So My Hero.
You could go with that reasonably. If it's nominated, it's probably winning.
No, if it's nominated, I don't. I think it could be nominated. I don't think it's winning. I think best art direction is going to be.
I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
You go with Spider-Man? I'll go Octopath. Best sports line.
We'll write down predictions once we see nominees, and who knows, maybe the podcast will have its own award show. I don't play mini games.
Actually, that's a good idea to do. Like after the Game Awards, we can cover the winners. By the same time, we can talk about who we thought should have won.
I would probably do it beforehand, like nominations and announcements beforehand. The Game Awards, because it's unofficial.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, never mind.
So, best score / music.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, let's go with Spider-Man. I guess I don't fucking know on music.
Again, just like art direction, it's either Spider-Man or Octopath, because I heard Octopath has an amazing soundtrack, which I should start, because I haven't started Octopath yet. Best audio design.
No. Do you want to do audio design? It's like how good things sound, right? I mean, Spider-Man sounds good. You got the cars, you got the punches. Red Dead 2. Yeah, there's your guns, America, right? Best performance.
Red Dead 2's main characters. or God of War.
One of those. That's reasonable. I haven't heard any of those, but that sounds right. That sounds correct.
Games for impact.
Games that made an impact. Is there anything about a message about suicide? Because that's an easy one, boys.
I'm pretty sure that was. Wait, why wasn't Doki Doki on there?
There's this game called Flipping Death that came down August 7th. That sounds impactful. On a serious note.
Wait, was Celeste this year? No, it was last year.
On a Games for Impact. On a serious note.
Celeste released this year. I'm going with Celeste.
Yeah, let's go with Celeste. That makes sense.
I'm going with Celeste. Celeste. Here.
Best ongoing game.
Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
Fortnite's winning.
Best independent game.
Wait.
Does
where
Delta
Roots? Where are you seeing best independent game?
To the right of best ongoing game.
To the right of it?
Yeah, I'm on the wiki page for Game Awards 2017. Where are you?
I'm on the actual Game Awards website.
Yeah, I'm on the wiki page. You want a
link? Sure.
I actually can't give you a link because my thing's glitched.
That's fine. I'll just go with what you say. What are the nominations?
Best independent game: Cuphead, Hellblade, Night in the Woods, Pyre, What Remains of Edith Finch. Best independent game: does Deltarune count?
No, it's only chapter 1. It's only chapter 1.
Oh, it's not a full game?
Yeah, no, it's only chapter 1. I'll say Dead Cells.
I don't know what Dead Cells is, but that sounds right. That sounds about correct. Man, I don't play mini games this year. Wait, really? Is that okay? Indie games. What the fuck is like?
Next is best mobile game.
No.
I'll go with Tetris Attack 2.
I'm gonna go with no. Best handheld game. Let's do that. Everything on the Switch counts, right?
What does anything on the Switch
Wait, that's
count?
really confusing because if everything on the Switch counts as best handheld game, that means games like Dragon Ball FighterZ could be best handheld.
No, but there weren't any. There were 0 Switch games last year at the best handheld game. Everything was 3DS.
Yeah, I guess they consider Switch a console. So best handheld,
Luigi's Mansion remake.
Yeah, I was gonna say Luigi's Mansion. That makes sense. You can have HDs, right?
Huh?
You can have HD remakes, right?
Can
Luigi's
Mansion isn't HD. Luigi's Mansion isn't HD.
What?
Luigi's Mansion isn't HD though. You said HD remakes.
What? Like, they ported Luigi's Mansion, didn't they?
To the 3DS.
Yeah, can we count that? The game that already existed?
Yeah, I think you can.
Oh, your friend asked to go get Wendy's, like a while ago.
Yeah, I said that. I whispered to him saying that he can go get Wendy's.
Mobile podcast.
Yeah. Kevin, if you're still here, if you want to pick me up after the podcast, I'll go get Wendy's.
Wow. Okay. Get me the fuck out of this call, Kevin. Get me out of here. He's talking about Borderlands. I can't take it.
No.
Best handheld game? I guess if Luigi's Mansion counts, it counts. But there's a Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. That's a thing.
But that's not this year.
Oh, and it's after the cutoff date. I'm looking at November. Never mind. What the fuck is like actual like? What 3DS games for this year? What games are 3DS? I'm only looking at 3DS because let's be reasonable here. Yokai Watch Blasters?
I'm not. It's gonna be Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, let's go Luigi's Mansion. If it doesn't count, we don't care. There was a SNES game that came out this year.
What?
There was a SNES game that came out this year.
You are right.
Return of Double Dragon. That's not a joke. Like the wiki page for 2018 gaming says console SNES. Return of Double Dragon, August 21st. They released the new SNES game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what's the next category? Best VR AR game.
Borderlands.
It's not gonna be out in time. It's December release. What are you Borderlands?
Oh wait, there was this one. Something boy.
Why the fuck is this like a category?
Something boy. I'm skipping that one. Best action game.
Yeah, best action game. I mean, Cuphead, Wolfenstein, Destiny. Okay, so that's the type of game we're going for. Game that has action. Super Mario Party.
I agree. No. God of War.
Yeah. Red Dead.
Spider-Man.
We're just naming off the game nominees like 6 times. I'm so shit at this.
Best action adventure.
We're actually counting that as the best action game. Red Dead's like Wolfenstein. I mean, Red Dead, yeah.
Yeah, best action adventure. Red Dead.
Red Dead, yeah.
Oh wait, no. Best RPG was won by Persona 5. Never mind.
Wait, I got one. Best RPG. Pokemon counts.
Best RPG. Octopath Traveler.
Pokemon counts though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Pokemon
it's between
counts.
those two. It's between Pokemon and Octopath.
Let's go Pokemon. Fucking.
You go Pokemon?
Yeah, let's go Pokemon.
Let's go Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Like with the
best fighting game.
Best fighting Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Fighters, yeah.
FighterZ, yeah.
Best family game, Mario Party. Mario Party or tennis?
Oh yeah, Mario Party. I was thinking of the options. Define party game. Because Overcooked was really good.
It says family game. Wait, what?
Oh, well, best family game. Overcooked was really good.
Oh, you're right. Overcooked 2. We should play that again.
Yeah, we really should. I want to play that. Why we doing a podcast? We should just stream that. Elena was online. He was willing.
Man.
It's like, man, do we got a deal for you, Elena? No podcast. It said cook.
No, but we need Nintendo Online for that.
Yeah, it's between those two. Honestly,
yeah.
Overcooked. I think Super Mario Party has a bigger namesake, so they'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think its name is bigger.
Best strategy?
Best strategy game.
Octopath.
Fuck. Yeah, Octopath.
I'll say Octopath to win strategy, and RPG goes to Pokemon.
Yeah. Sports/racing game.
Didn't they release a new Forza again?
Yeah, but that's fucking Forza.
Yeah, and Forza won last year.
Yeah, but they went up against FIFA and
Wait,
PES. Best sports racing game. Probably. Wait. Okay, hold on. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was eligible for this year, but they weren't even nominated for best sports/racing.
Yeah.
You put Gran Turismo on there, and
yeah.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forza. It's the easy pick.
I'll say Forza. Best multiplayer. Fortnite.
Yeah, it's gonna be Fortnite. Come on. PUBG won last year, for fuck's sake, and it was nominated the year before that, and that was before Fortnite blew up. Best Student Game Award. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Best debut indie game. We did best indie game already, didn't we?
Yeah.
What did we say with best indie game?
We said Dead Cells because you said that you haven't played anything this year.
Yeah, Dead Cells debut. Fuck. Let's go with that.
Most anticipated game.
This is fan choice, so you gotta keep in mind.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Fan choice. They're gonna explode that. Trending gamer.
Wait. You think they'll include Smash? Which is. If they include Smash, I'll say Smash.
Smash Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 beats Smash.
Unless they include Last of Us Part 2 again.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 beats Smash, actually, if they're both up there.
I think so too. But it's one of those two. You know what? Just because you're saying Kingdom Hearts 3, I'll say Smash.
Trending gamer, to put this on the downer note, Total Biscuit.
Ninja.
I'm going with Total Biscuit.
You're with Total Biscuit? I'll go with Ninja because
it's the obvious one, but I mean, I feel like they would put Total Biscuit up there. I feel like Total Biscuit is at least getting nominated. I feel like you have to nominate Total Biscuit. Best esports game? Fuck! I sure hope it's not Overwatch. Wait, did you just say Fortnite?
It's gonna be Fortnite.
Did you just say Fortnite?
Yeah, it's gonna be Fortnite.
Yeah. Did you say Fortnite?
I'm willing to put money that's gonna be Fortnite.
I'm gonna say something else in hopes that the universe doesn't get everything wrong. League of Legends.
Okay.
Best esports player. Knowing this award show, it's gonna be Ninja also.
Yeah, but I don't think he plays esports.
Yeah, that's okay.
Best esports team. I'll say TSM this year.
They didn't have a strong showing at League of Legends Worlds. In fact, they didn't even make Worlds this year for League of Legends. I don't think TSM will make it.
I'm going TSM because Fortnite, like theirs is like really big.
Real quick for best esports player, I think it's. Fuck. Hold on. I don't know actually. I mean, probably someone from Overwatch this year. Best esports team this year probably will include Overwatch team, so I'm gonna go with the Seoul Dynasty. I think they won the esports league, so they're probably gonna get that. Chinese Fan Game Award. Go ahead, Itachi. You want to take this one?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Chinese fan game?
Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2.
Chinese fan game. Yeah, there you go.
Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2. There we go.
Chinese fan game.
Chinese fan game goes to Red Dead 2.
Honorary Awards Industry Icon Award. I think this one's Total Biscuit. If the other one isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's Total Biscuit. That's it.
That's it.
Want to wrap up with Smash?
Y'all wrap up with Smash? All right. Yeah, we can.
Cool,
we can do.
There's also the investor meeting. We actually had too many topics to talk about. We won't keep the investor meeting for next time.
Yeah, we'll keep the investor meeting for next time because Smash is gonna take up a bit. If I'm being honest.
I don't think I have anything I could say at this point that you will be happy with me saying about Smash.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. Thoughts on Ken and Incineroar? Are you gonna make me reach the computer screen and fucking choke you?
Ken is good. He makes sense. I think that's perfect. I think you needed an easy echo. You go to Ken. He makes the most sense.
Incineroar?
It should have been fucking Decidueye. It should have been. You put in a fucking brawler Pokemon. Are you serious? You put in this roided out Lucario. Are you fucking kidding me?
The thing with that is that I agree. I agree with that. But
you had the opportunity to have a Ranger Pokemon character. A character that uses range to his advantage. And a fucking fast moving floaty one that could have had jumps like Cubby. Like, you reasonably had a chance at that. Also, he's a grass type.
Yes, I agree 100%. Like, I would have loved Decidueye, but Incineroar is a lot more popular in Japan. A lot more popular.
A grass type is so underrepresented in Smash. It so much is. Because, like, what do we have? Ivysaur? Fuck Ivysaur.
What do we have for water? Squirtle?
Greninja.
Oh, Greninja, fuck, I forgot.
And then you have Fighting type in Lucario. I think Incineroar is fighting fire. He makes sense to me. What I could say about him, the only good thing I could say about him is that his moves are very accurate for wrestling moves. When you do throw someone against the ropes, you grab the wrist and you put your wrist. It depends on what side you're on. If you're on the person's left, you grab the wrist. You grab the left wrist with your left hand, and you put your right hand on the back shoulder, and you fling them towards the ropes. That's how it works. Yeah. A lot of his wrestling moves were very, very accurate, which is shocking because they were upplayed heavily.
Yeah, he looks unique, even though he doesn't. He plays uniquely, even though he doesn't look very unique. Excuse me. Which I really like. Also, off topic of it's still Smash, but off topic with Ken Incineroar. This came in today.
It's cool.
So that makes me happy.
I'm nervous to talk about Smash with you. Because my opinions on Smash Ultimate are not very positive ones. So I'm a little nervous talking about this. Do you want to talk about the elephant in the room with this direct? Do you just want to talk about it?
Final Thought?
Yeah. I'm not happy. It was funny. Happy? It was funny for about 10 minutes. And then you think about it and you're like...
I'm still laughing at it. Because he always introduces Joe characters every game. I am so happy.
That was the middle finger to Waluigi fans. If I've ever seen a straight up fuck you to Waluigi fans, who cry for Waluigi in Smash, that's it.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
It was funny for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm so glad he did that because it's Sakurai's game.
It was funny for 10 minutes, and at this point, it's like you made a roster slot for Final Play.
Can we talk about how rude people are? Because
cool.
you know that
cool.
segment.
Yeah.
No. I meant that segment where Stalker's like, man, will I ever get a break?
I
don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I know. We're product plan. At the end of the day, he's funny, he's cool, And he's interesting. He's very interesting. I like his color swaps. I like the idea of being able to take a character that you can't make into a fighter and making him a fighter. And I would be lying if I said seeing him hop around is still very funny to me.
It is.
And his moves look very cool. He has a ridiculous looking counter, which I believe only 2 other characters in this game have a counter that can reach you no matter where you are. I think Greninja and like one other character are the only 2 counters in the game that can reach you no matter where you are.
He doesn't have a counter?
Yeah, he does. There was a moment where he took a shot from a projectile on the left platform of Battlefield and fucking bit someone on the right platform.
Super armor.
So he has an attack that reaches from the edge of a left platform to the edge of the right. I think that's counter because he got hit with something before.
Yeah, but he used that attack without getting hit on it before too in the trailer.
Are you sure it's not a counter? I mean, look at that again.
I'm 50-50 on it. I've seen too many reactions on it.
But anyways, all that could be said about Piranha Plant. It's funny, it's cute, it's adorable, it's interesting. But that's looking past. It's fucking Piranha Plant. Really?
But he's not taking any spots in the base roster, and he's not taking any spots in the DLC roster because he's just a bonus for people that buy the game early. He's just a bonus. He's not taking any of the 5 DLC spots, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be more.
It's like
he's not taking any of those 5, and he's not taking anything from the base roster.
But it's like you gotta think how much effort that took to make that character. It's like that's the
and I'm
effort
so
you
happy.
put into it, and that's where because that's a shitload of effort. You have to come up with a complete moveset from scratch. There's nothing Piranha Plant gives you that could be reasonably put into a fighting game.
Nope.
Nothing. So all that effort, and then you gotta develop them, and you gotta realize like, okay, how would a Piranha Plant move? How would a Piranha Plant attack? How heavy would he be? What would he have to work with? What would his color palettes be? And it's like all that effort, probably the most effort intensive characters in the game. Is Piranha
And I'm so
Plant.
happy. And I'm so happy about that. I'm gonna main Piranha Plant.
I'm not okay. I'm really.
Okay.
I'm not disappointed.
If you're not,
I should say that
I'm glad.
I'm not disappointed with Smash. It looks really good.
Good. I'm glad. But you want to hear something about someone?
What?
But someone tweeted this out, and I get angry every time I look at it. He tweeted out, I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break, because that's what Sakurai said. So he said, I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break. You absolutely do not deserve one. You gave us a shit product that's nothing more than a remaster. You're not funny. You did not try whatsoever to improve Smash Brothers. You can fuck right off.
I wonder what the replies to that one was.
Hmm?
I wonder how quickly his Twitter went private.
Oh no, it's public. Even now.
His reply section on that one must be fun.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. I really, it's like World of Light looks. It looks.
Wait. World of Light is the last thing I want to talk about.
So Spirits look like the sticker system from Brawl. I wasn't a big fan of the sticker system. I mean,
no, Spirits is the sticker system, but the actual mode is like event mode, but like on steroids.
Spirits
which I really like events.
The Spirits didn't impress me, and it didn't sell the game to me anymore at all. The fact that there's 5 DLC characters, that's cool. I would have preferred that they kept hidden how many they were gonna have.
I think it's still hidden. I think they're gonna do 5, but I don't think it's only 5.
They might do 5 and see how it works before deciding if they want to add more.
I think they're gonna do 2 fighter passes.
Yeah, that would.
Which I think is actually a great price, because you're getting 5 characters, 5 stages, and a ton of music.
Like assist trophies, like they knew what they were doing when they waited this long to show the assist trophies for characters people were expecting, like Shadow.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious when they showed Isaac, Black Knight, and they showed them back to back. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did they also show Shadow?
They showed Shadow, but they never introduced him. Also,
as like a assist trophy.
Also, I'm like one of the people that he played like his heartstrings with because Skull Kid is an assist trophy, but he never confirmed that.
Yeah, it's like they knew what they were doing by waiting that long. I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of shitty. I feel like they should have just outright had that out, and instead of being like how much shadow and stuff makes sense and how much people will like that character.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say this: even assist trophies and Mii fighters costumes, I do not think that they are completely out for DLC because how Sakurai mentioned that Rathalos is the first boss and assist trophy. I think he can pull this where blank is the first character and also an assist trophy. So I still think Waluigi or Skull Kid could have a chance.
yeah.
Even though I do not want Waluigi, I still think he has a chance.
Can we talk about World of Light now?
You want to talk about World of Light now?
It,
Yeah.
it didn't sell this game to me. It really didn't. The opening cutscene's cool. I like the idea of it, but what they showed off in gameplay, and then like, it didn't help sell this game to me. It really didn't. I'm not gonna.
I thought you said that almost made you cry.
The trailer did, because that music and the cubby thing, and it was beautiful. That was it was beautiful, but that what I meant by like it didn't sell it to me is the gameplay they showed of it. The maps look cool. I really like the maps. I like that they're drawn. That's perfect. You should always have them drawn. It gives such like a toy-esque thing to it.
Yes.
But the gameplay that they've shown of it and what it looks like it is not anything that kind of motivated me to be like, I need this game.
It did for a lot of people, but I understand why. Because it's not like Subspace. Subspace was like getting from point A to point B. This is going to be individual matches with boss fights, I think, and maybe a few surprises. Because he said that he doesn't want to give anything away from it besides that cutscene.
The thing I really like the most, probably, I'm not gonna lie, this was probably the most interesting thing to me throughout this entire direct, was the fact that the locked roster is already tiny. It's so tiny. Like the unlocked roster is tiny. I mean, the characters you get at the beginning. I love that.
I do too. I love it too.
My biggest complaint with Mario Kart and like Smash 4, not my biggest, but one of my main complaints with Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Smash 4 is it wasn't like it was in Brawl or Mario Kart Wii. I loved Mario Kart Wii. There was like 2 ways to unlock every character. Like and with Smash Brawl, like with Brawl and like Melee, you had the choice of like you could do Subspace MC or you could play a certain amount of fights.
I think that's gonna be the same with Ultimate. I think you can get some with certain amount of fights or playing through World of Light.
And I liked how I believe in Brawl, like if you didn't do Subspace MC and you locked them the other ways, I believe you had to beat them in a fight. And I know in Smash 4 you did, with the few characters they had locked. That was great. And it was a big thing in Mario Kart 8 where I'm like, I really wish they had locked more. I really wish it wasn't so open in Mario Kart 8 because I believe there were no locked tracks and there were no locked characters. And all you had were the car parts, which were very predictable in how you unlock them every 50 coins. And most of the time, it wasn't even exciting. It did not make it any. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 8 Normal, you never unlocked anything that you felt like, I really want to use that right now. And it was very rare if you did. When you unlock a character, that's like, holy shit, that's cool. I want to use him right now.
I do wish that some stages would be unlockable in Smash Ultimate, but I do understand why they like made all of them available from the get-go.
Yeah.
I like some of the new ones or some stages. I feel like, man, I wish they would have left those locked.
When I want my Poke Floats, I didn't get my Poke Floats.
DLC, Poke Floats 2. We're gonna get another Pokemon rap.
Well, they said a character, and I don't know if they specifically said a character, like a stage related to that character, or just a stage overall. But I
think it's a stage related to the character.
I can't imagine, even if you add another Pokemon, like if they add the City Y. They add the City Y.
They're not adding the City Y.
That's probably the only way they would add Poke Floats. I don't think they're gonna release a DLC Pokemon character.
Yeah, I think. Okay, do you think they're gonna release a DLC Fire Emblem character?
No.
I think so. I think whoever the protagonist is for the next Fire Emblem game, I think he's getting DLC.
I thought Isaac was a Fire Emblem character or a Chrono Trigger
I know
character.
you did, and I wanted. Oh my god.
Has his own franchise. Who knew? It hasn't had a game in 5 years. 5 years. Actually,
Neither
like
has
2011. What do you mean?
Banjo and Kazooie hasn't had a new entry since what?
The character's name is the game title. What do you think I'm gonna think Banjo Kazooie's a part of? What am I gonna think? Confused Banjo Kazooie? He literally looks like a Fire Emblem character or a Chrono Trigger character. Which were my predictions. I thought Shulk was like Fire Emblem at one point.
Oh my god, you're.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay. Does every anime-looking character just look like a Fire Emblem character to you?
No. I figured out very quickly Shulk was not Fire Emblem. Very quickly. Figured out very quickly. The sword gave it away. The sword gave it away. 100%. That was the only thing. I mean, I didn't know. I thought he was Chrono Trigger. To be honest, I thought he was some Chrono Trigger character, like Chrono Trigger 2 or something. Like main character, Chrono Trigger, main character, Chrono Trigger 2. I don't know. I mean, are we done talking about Smash?
We're done talking about Fire Emblem.
Let's talk about Smash. You know, I kind of hijacked the conversation. What do you think about stuff?
Wait, what?
I kind of hijacked this conversation. What do you think about stuff?
What do I think about stuff?
Yeah.
What specific stuff?
What?
What specific stuff do you want me to give my thoughts on?
Spirit mode and World of Light.
Spirit mode. Spirit mode is cool. I think it's event mode on steroids, and I love event mode. I like how each spirit matches up with the fighter. Like how the imprisoned from Skyward Sword is like tied to King K. Rool, and King K. Rool acts as the imprisoned while Girahim defends him. I think that's like really cool. I think the Spirit mode is the replacement for event matches. And I think World of Light is cool. World of Light almost made me cry the trailer. Like the music, the vocals, oh my god, that was beautiful. I think World of Light is going to be great. I don't know if there are going to be any more cutscenes. I think there's going to be one intro cutscene and then one ending cutscene. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything else after that. Or in between them. And I really like how Kirby's the one that survived.
I think that was great. I think that was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. I'm not disappointed in Smash. I'm not upset by Smash. I think it looks great. It looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not motivated at all. I don't have that feeling with Smash.
Yeah, I know you said that.
It's not, and it's something that like I'm very open to like it changing. And I even said this like a month ago. I'm never gonna know what I feel like with this game a month down the line. We're a week out from the release date. Or like when it gets released and I see gameplay of it all over the place and it's flooded with gameplay and I watch gameplay of it. I don't know if that's gonna change.
They had the full game playable in Japan, and they showed a lot of changes. Luigi has a new grab. Game Watch has 3 new moves.
So I'm very willing to bet that I do get this game at some point. Whether it probably won't be a launch. It probably won't be a week after launch. But you never know. I wouldn't be surprised if launch comes around and 3 days after that I really want the game. Because I've just seen gameplay about it all over the place. So yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So it's not like I'm writing this game off. I'm like, this game is just not for me, or I'm not willing to try it. I'm willing to try it. It's just the games I have that I want to play that's ahead of it. And to like preference, I won't buy Madden in front of it. Unless, like, I mean, because mostly Madden this year is just not worth it. They didn't really add anything that I liked. Like, I don't think I would ever buy Madden in front of it. I don't think I would buy NASCAR in front of it. I don't think... Maybe NASCAR because it's actually really cheap. NASCAR is only like $30. And I don't have a way to play NASCAR without plugging in my Xbox. So that's very, like, a big deal. But I don't think I would buy NASCAR in front of it. I don't think I would buy mini games in front of it. Like
Spyro?
I honestly don't think I'd buy Spyro in front of it. The Spyro
Pokemon?
games I played were GameCube. And like
Pokemon?
what Pokemon? Probably Pokemon and stuff. But like I'm very willing to play this game. I like to try it. It's just at the moment I don't feel the motivation of like I need to get this. This isn't a game that's giving me the motivation of I need this. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait to play it and grind it and be a part of Smash Crews and new videos and streams and all that.
I'm not gonna be in any Smash Crews. You know how excited I am for this game. I'm not gonna be in any Smash Crews.
It's not something that's motivating me towards it. It's not something that's exciting me. It's not something where I'm excited for the directs. I'm always excited. I woke up 7 a.m. For a fucking direct. The 2 days before that, waking up late into the day and stuff. And I'll always be excited for it. But I've always had the feeling after each direct of being like, yeah, there were a couple cool things. But it was I never had the feeling that I had with Smash 4 Directs of holy shit, what did we just see?
No, I've had that every time with this compared to Smash 4. Yeah. Smash 4 Directs were good, but I think these were a lot better.
For me, I feel like the only holy shit, what did we just see, thing with Smash was when King K. Rool got announced.
Oh, never mind.
Was the King K. Rool, the entire section, I forget, was that E3?
No, that was Smash Direct in August.
Yeah, that was... I think it was like that. I believe Isabelle was at the beginning, and Isabelle wasn't an Echo, and they showed off a bunch of stuff. I think they also showed off Fountain.
Isabelle was in the last Direct.
Yeah,
and a Direct at the end. Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont were in the King K. Rool.
Oh, yeah. So it's I think they also... I forget... Yeah, I think it was KK Rool where they showed off FOD. That was probably the only time where I'm holy shit. Where I was holy shit, that was cool. But looking at the new character listing and stuff, and the newcomers, I'm more excited, I was more excited to have the idea of playing as the DLC characters I never bought. Bayonetta, Cloud specifically, I really want to play Cloud, Ryu, Mewtwo, never had Mewtwo. That excited me more than the few characters I cared about, that newcomers that got in. I mean, I only recently cared about to above a level, of being I'm interested in this character, and then I really want to play this character of King K. Rool, maybe Isabelle. When its character listing, its newcomer listing really wasn't for me, in a way.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I know we're gonna wrap this up soon, but before we wrap it up. Dude, Isabelle, you know how her side special is the fishing hook?
Mm-hmm.
So there was gameplay of the full game. They were on FOD, and Daisy was off the stage because Isabelle knocked her off. Mm-hmm. And while Daisy was hanging on the edge, Isabelle used the hook, pulled her from the edge as she was hanging, and threw her off again.
Fucking crazy.
I think spacing is going to be really, really
I honestly can't believe that she's not an Echo. But in terms of characters I care about, characters, there's maybe 3 characters where I'm I really want to play as that character.
I really want to play as character.
King K. Rool, Isabelle, and Inkling. I mean, probably it.
Inkling is so good. I can't wait to meet him.
Other than that, there's probably Incineroar and Daisy are probably the only other characters I care about reasonably. Not to the point where I want to play as them, but I'm that's cool. I like them being there. Other than that, I'm not a fan of either of the Simon Belmont, Castlevania characters. I wasn't a fan of Ryu when he came out. I mean, I remember not being a fan of Ryu when he came out. Not being that's really cool. Ryu's here. Not a fan of Ridley. Not a fan of Duck Samus. Not a fan of Normal Samus. Not a fan of Piranha Plant. Chrom, if he was a pure echo of Marth, maybe. But he's an echo of Roy, who has Ike's up special, and I don't like Ike's up special. I don't like Ike. Really don't. Don't like Ike. And I don't like a lot of things about Roy. I like fast sword fighters. Like Marth.
I really love Roy.
So, But Roy's cool, and he's cool when I wanted to take a break from like Marks and stuff and play a different, slower style and be more thinking about the game instead of being like, I'm just gonna jump at you in there and see where it goes. I don't know. Stages. I'm more excited about stages. I think honestly, Yoshi Story Melee, Yoshi Story Brawl, because I loved Yoshi Story Brawl on the 3DS. FOD, Green Greens is cool. I've always been like a Halberd fan. Melee Pokemon Stadium is fucking great. I like that. Port Town Aero Drive. I actually said at one point Port Town Aero Drive should be illegal in Smash 4. That was a real quote I said. I was dumb. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
WarioWare Inc. from Brawl.
I love that stage so much.
Pilotwings. I think Pilotwings should have been legal. I think Pilotwings was a legal stage in Smash 4 with one tiny issue that, let's be honest, if we were going to have Duck Hunt and Halberd, then we should have had Pilotwings. If we were going to have Halberd, we should have had Pilotwings legal.
Magicant.
What?
Magicant. I'm really excited for Magicant.
Yeah, I'm more excited for stages. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm more excited for Sun stages. Mute City's cool. One stage I hope is never legal again is Castle Siege. Fuck Castle Siege.
I don't think it's gonna be legal again.
That stage was shit. I hate Castle Siege. Castle Siege was awful. I'm really not fan of it. 75 meter is the craziest stage in Smash. Fight me.
I hate 75 meter.
It's the craziest stage.
I hate it so much.
I do also. It's not playable. It's not a playable stage. Spirit
Worst
Train is great. I'm really glad Spirit Train is a console Smash thing now.
Yeah. Yes.
Rainbow Cruise is interesting. Delfino Plaza was the closest a stage ever got to being legal in Smash 4 without actually directly becoming legal.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm rambling. Mario Maker's fantastic. I mean, that's interesting. Jungle Japes. Jungle Japes is there. I'm naming off Melee stages here. Yoshi's Island Melee. Yeah, good. Any Yoshi stage is fine for me. Well, you want to wrap up? Anything else?
I think that's it. I think that's a good wrap up. We're wrapping up with Smash. I'm too excited for this game. 34 days, by the way.
I didn't think we were going to wrap up any other way. I think the only way we wouldn't have wrapped up with Smash is if you were so fucking excited that we started talking about it within 30 minutes, and then we probably still would have wrapped with it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. No, I'm too excited. 34 days.
Yeah. I would imagine. I saw Smash Direct and your bullet point of that. I'm like, oh, he can't wait. He cannot wait to get in this fucking podcast and talk about it.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh my.
Our computers didn't die.
Huh?
Our computers didn't die.
Yes, our computers didn't die. We were really terrified.
Yeah. But how do we wrap up this? How does this work?
How do we wrap up?
You do.
How does it work?
Yeah, you do.
I'll do it. Okay. So, thank you for watching ToonCast or listening to ToonCast, and we will be doing this usually every Saturday, unless one of us are doing something. I don't know if we're gonna set a set schedule, but join our Discord and you'll be updated. So thank you for watching.
You're fucking advertising. Alright, stop sharing.